Latest trend that's sweeping the internet.
So-called NFT.
They're now selling for huge bucks.
$69 million.
Oh so what's behind this latest craze?
That is the question to ask.
What's up, YouTube family? I'm Chris King, your favorite Pensacola realtor, entrepreneur, and investor, and there has been some weird things going on online that I have to talk to you guys about. First, let's take a look at this tweet. This tweet was the first tweet in Twitter history. It was tweeted by the co-founder of Twitter, Jack Dorsey. This tweet recently was just purchased for $2,915,835.47.
What are they selling? Chocolates!
How do you purchase a tweet, let alone for almost 3 million bucks? This isn't the only thing that is selling online. You have digital art, like the Bored Ape Yacht Club, virtual merchandise, digital video game characters, and my favorite, you have virtual real estate that is selling for millions and millions of dollars. These are all digital assets that don't necessarily physically exist. And it all comes down to 3 simple letters that by the end of this video, you'll understand. Those 3 simple letters are NFT.
You already know who it is. It's your boy.
Alright, so what does NFT stand for? Why am I seeing it everywhere? What are people talking about? And why are people buying tweets for 3 million bucks? NFT stands for Non-Fungible Token. And that's it. That's the end of the video. See you guys later. Okay, so the issue with this topic is people usually throw around big words like blockchain, ledger, Ethereum, crypto art, NFT. And for someone that has no background on this topic, it can get hard to stay along and keep up with what people are talking about. So my goal in this video is to keep things super simple and define key terms that we can't work around. Okay, so let's define fungible. A synonym for fungible would be replaceable. So non-fungible would mean non-replaceable. Let me give you guys an example. You have $1, I have $1. We trade dollars, they're replaceable. You're still rich, I'm still rich.
A whole lot of money in this mouth.
Nobody lost, nobody won. But let's say I go get $1 signed by LeBron James. My dollar now is non-fungible. If I trade my signed LeBron James dollar for your dollar, that's just a regular dollar, you're gonna be winning big time in this situation because there's a limited amount of dollars that are signed by LeBron James and they're worth more than $1 because there's a finite amount of them. The point is, my dollar is now non-fungible. It's irreplaceable. Your dollar is fungible. You can go to someone else and trade dollars and everything would be fine. Now that you guys understand the NF part, let's talk about the T. The T stands for token, and to understand the token part, I have to talk about something that I have been dreading, and that is the blockchain.
The blockchain.
Luckily for you guys, there's a way to explain this, and I'm gonna make it as painless as possible, and that's why I'm your favorite YouTuber. Make sure you smash that subscribe button for me though. I'm gonna give you guys an example that one of my mentors gave to me. So back in the olden days, when we wanted to trade something, we would just make an announcement. Imagine there was a village, right? And I owned a cow and you owned some rocks that you used to start up fires. And we're both in agreement that we want to trade. I'll give you my cow, you give me your rocks for whatever personal reasons that we could use either or. So we would run into the middle of the village and we would say, hey, I'm giving my rocks to Chris and I'm giving my cow to you. Well, that worked for a little bit, and then eventually so many transactions started to happen that we had to designate one specific person to write down each transaction so we could keep track of who owned what in the village. Then as technology advanced, we developed something called banks. And banks' jobs are to keep track of how much money you have, what you trade it for, and how much you have left. Banks have been doing this for centuries, and for the most part, have been pretty good at their job. I mean, I guess. The blockchain is a room full of servers, powerful computers, that does this for us automatically. So there's no reason to go run into the middle of the village or necessarily go to a bank. Whenever a transaction happens, it's recorded on the blockchain automatically. More importantly, once it's on the blockchain, no one can duplicate this. So that makes it non-fungible. Almost the same as a dollar bill that's signed by LeBron James. No one else has it, no one can duplicate it, you can't take a picture of it and it be the same thing because you don't have ownership. So now you understand, once you put something on the blockchain, it is non-fungible. So now you understand anything that is on the blockchain is a non-fungible token, an NFT. Okay, I get it, I know what you're thinking, man, I understand it. How does this translate to someone buying a tweet, virtual real estate, or a monkey for $300,000? So now we're not talking about cows and rocks anymore. What if we're talking about an NFT like the Bored Ape Yacht Club, where a bunch of celebrities paid millions of dollars for one of these NFTs? If you own it, you're a part of an exclusive group and you get access to exclusive events. You can eat at exclusive restaurants and do exclusive things. Even inside of the metaverse, there would be a difference between a Bored Ape yacht holder and someone who doesn't own a Bored Ape. If you don't know what the metaverse is, make sure you subscribe because I'm going to make a video breaking down the metaverse for people who don't understand that. Now, if you could be in the same exclusive group as Lil Baby or Justin Bieber or Ariana Grande or your favorite celebrity, would you? You would have access to the same exclusive events that they have access to. You would have access to the same exclusive restaurants. Even maybe potentially the same virtual clothing, which could turn into maybe physical clothing. You could talk to them inside of the Discord, maybe get advice if you are in the same field of work. Networking is a potential. These things all have one thing in common, and that's exclusivity. The simple answer is yes. We've been doing it as a human race since the beginning of time. That's why designer clothes are a thing. That's why luxury cars are a thing. That's why the Mona Lisa is a thing. Famous art pieces, music. To kind of bring things full circle, what makes these NFTs valuable is they're one of a kind. The second that they're minted on the blockchain, minted means just to create. No one else can have the same one, which means they can be a placeholder for people to differentiate themselves. And people who are part of an exclusive group get exclusive access to things. And so you purchase your NFTs based off of your interest, the type of people you want to be around, the type of things you want to get into. Is this just a bunch of hype, or how will this affect us in the near future? I'll be touching on this topic coming up, but first make sure you smash that subscribe button and like this video for me. Also drop a comment below about any cool NFT projects that you guys know of or any cool NFT project ideas that you guys have. I do believe there is a hype factor about NFTs right now. I don't believe that all of the prices of these NFTs are sustainable and will continue to increase. Matter of fact, off of the research and the knowledge that I gained, I think that majority of NFT projects are useless and will fail. I mean, we've seen this a bunch in history. Whenever there's some new technology, a bunch of people interested invest their time and their money and the price shoots up. In the 1900s, people started realizing that you can make money with this thing called, the internet. Then in the 2000s, there was a Then in the 2000s, there was a bubble bust. And a lot of companies didn't make it. But if you look at it, where's the internet today? The internet didn't go away. Those companies came back, they revamped, they revisited, and reinvented themselves on what we now know as the internet. I believe that's the stage that we are in this big concept called Web3. I think the sooner that we can realize that the value of these NFT projects are not within, majority of them, because there are just some art projects, but the majority of value within these NFT projects are not the art itself, but within the utility, the notoriety, and the access that these NFTs give you. I mean, just think about it. Instead of having season tickets to the Bucks games, you could just hold a Bucks NFT. It's verified on the blockchain digitally. You never have to worry about using it. But then where it becomes smarter is because you could do things like rent it out to other people. Let's say you don't use it as often as you thought it would. You could rent it out to someone else who does and make some passive income. Maybe they don't have the money to pay $10,000 for the actual NFT itself, or maybe holding the Bucks NFT, you get airdrops that the NFT project drops to you every month, which is valuable within itself. Or the possibilities are endless once you have these NFTs, and I do believe that there are going to be some changes that have to be made in order to make this community sustainable, but I think it's inevitable. I think Web 2.0 is what we know it now. Web 3.0 is the future. It has to happen. And the reason I say things like that is, let me give an example. I'm a real estate agent, so I understand the process of buying a house well. And it's really a tedious process, and it has a lot of people involved, and it's kind of out of date. So the process of the title company pretty much just verifies that this person is buying the house and has the money. This person is selling their house and is going to receive the money. That is literally the title company's job. Imagine if selling a house could be as simple as a Venmo transaction. We list your house as an NFT. Someone that's interested in the house goes on the blockchain, purchases the house in cryptocurrency. Maybe there's someone that can navigate that transaction, because of right now it is a little bit complicated to purchase the cryptocurrency and then switch the cryptocurrency over to your MetaMask and then go on to Opensea and purchase the NFT that you're interested in. So maybe there's someone that can navigate that process for us and gets a percentage. Maybe that's where I still keep my job. You could see who's the last person to buy it. You can see what they bought it for, how much this person is selling it for, what they did differently, and it can happen instantly, like a Cash App or a Venmo. Now, I'm sure all of my homeowners that are watching this video are like, yeah, there's no way in that I am going to allow my $1 million asset to be purchased on the blockchain that I have no knowledge about. No one's gonna do that. Blah, 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 blah.
Is selling a house as an NFT at auction next week. It's a first of its kind in the country. Fox 13's Brianna Ardondo is joining us now live in Gulfport. Brianna.
Now, there are recordings of people saying the same thing about the internet, which is just Web 2.0, and this is Web 3.0. And I do believe that it'll take time for it to catch on, but eventually it'll be more of a hassle to try to go to an actual title company, or maybe the title companies adopt this technology and they navigate it through it. But I think it'll be more of a hassle to try to go about it the old way than trying to just adapting to the new way. Kind of like the internet. It's more of a hassle not to have an email, not to have a cell phone, not to be adapted just to the basics of technology in today's society, because really it's necessary to navigate the world. Thank you guys for watching my latest YouTube video all the way up until this point. I appreciate you guys. I am planning my first ever NFT project. It's going to involve my Airbnb. You buy my NFT, you'll get exclusive access to Airbnbs internationally. More information soon. If you're interested or want to learn more or even want to be a part of the team, reach out to me, because there are big plans and I can't do it all myself. But thank you guys for watching my video all the way until the end. Please like this video, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Share it with anybody who wants to learn about NFTs or doesn't know about this technology yet. Peace. I'll see you guys later.